All right, first up of the day is Goodwill. 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm about the second one in the door. Golf clubs. Nothing good at the golf clubs. And I will tell you this Goodwill in my area is the most expensive one, and they keep raising their prices on stuff. I do find some some decent vacuum cleaners like this one right here, but they wanted $25 for it, and I was like, that's a little bit too expensive to make a profit on. And then there is another vacuum here in a second that I look at that they were asking $50 for, which is definitely too high to make a profit. So I leave all that stuff behind, but I do find something really good here in a second, and here it is. These shoes right here only costed me $7. Now they do need some cleaning, and at the end of the video I will tell you exactly how much they're worth, but they were a really good find. Alright, so I make my way over to the VHSs, considering I don't know, I just bought about 500 of them. And the only good thing about buying all those VHSs is I did have some knowledge now. Now, I did see this one before when I was looking up sold comps. This is the Matrix Collector's Edition, and that one does go for some decent money. I picked it up for like 50 cents or a quarter at the Goodwill, so they definitely are pretty cheap on their VHSs. Then this is the third stop, and right there, the Cleveland Club was decent, but had a big old dent in it, so make sure you definitely look at that. This right here is a cooler, obviously, and these things might be better than Coleman's to pick up. The sold comp on this thing is really good, and remember, at the end of the video I will go ahead and tell you the sold comps on everything that I pick up, and comp just means I tell you how much the item has sold for on eBay. Now this is pretty cool, and I didn't notice this, and I've been in this area probably for about 5 to 6 minutes now, and I'd never really looked on the bottom shelf, and they only want $1.99 for this. And this is like a Coleman lantern, and I will go over this again, but I don't know if it's all there when I buy it, but to be honest with you, it just in parts alone, I know it's worth more than $2. Then I go over to the plush bin. I check this guy out. I'm pretty sure he's going to be from the movies, definitely a Disney movie. I think he's from the movie Jungle Book. And pretty good plush deal on that. I do end up picking up him, and that's the only one I pick up at this plush. Alright, I think this is my fourth stop of the day, and I go straight to the electronics and find immediately a really nice Philips Magnavox VCR, and right there I thought I was going to get lucky with the remote. That's not the correct remote, so I put it back. And then in a second here I find this gigantic Sony like boombox, and it actually comes with the 2 speakers next to it. I just pointed it out there. I did look at it. It sells for about $100, but I didn't buy it. They only want about 20 bucks for the whole thing, but I go ahead and leave it behind. These right here, huge bolo, but you make sure that you actually comp these out. These are going to be some Allen Edmonds shoes, and I did know right off the bat that model. I think this one's called the Clifton model or Clifford model, and it is cap toe. These are in really good condition. There's really no wear on the bottom, no heel drag, and I do pick those up. One of my favorite brands to pick up, and very rarely do I find them, but some of their shoes, like Allen Edmonds, do not sell that well. Go over to the clothing real quick, and this is the first time I think I've ever found an Indians Motorcycle branded shirt or any type of clothing really, and the sold comps on that are really good. Very impressed by how much that's going to go. I always look for Harley gear, but I know Indian Motorcycles has a really good following, so I definitely picked that up. So the last stop of the day, and they have really nothing here. And a lot of their items in this room is $6 to $8, and what you just saw was actually an ice crusher from Swing Away, and they go for like 17 bucks plus shipping, but you know, costing $6 wasn't going to happen. This right here, thought, oh, this is going to be worth some money. They wanted $6 for it. It's a Tabasco. It says made in the United States there, but on the front and on the back it says made in China. A little conflicting there. They want $6 for it. Looked it up. Goes for only about 15 to 17 bucks plus shipping, so I don't pick that up. I'm not 100% sure what this thing did, but they were asking $29.99 for it, and I didn't even look it up. I thought that was way too expensive for that piece of plastic, and I put it back. All right, back from the thrift stores. Got some really good stuff on this table. Started at 9 o'clock and got back to the house at 10:30, so only an hour and a half thrifting. And I think I went to 5 thrift stores, and that's how close all my thrift stores are to the house. So pretty good there. Let's go ahead and start with this guy. So, Jungle Book, I'm pretty sure, and picked him up plush prices. I think I actually paid 99 cents for him because I didn't do the whole bundle deal because I couldn't find any other ones that I wanted. But sold comps on him are actually like 10 to 15 bucks. I think there's one a little bit higher, but it has the original tag and this one doesn't, but not too bad there. Then we go ahead and got an Indian long sleeve button up shirt with the embroidery, and then on the back, I was hoping when I grabbed it, it had a bigger like a back patch because it definitely would have went for a lot more money, but it's a really good condition here, as you can tell. It is branded Indian, and this stuff usually goes for about, I'm going to say I can probably get about $15 to $20 plus shipping on that. And then the Coleman right here, really surprised this was still in there considering it was only $1.99. And when you looked at it, it looked like it was broken or missing pieces or something, but when I was looking at it in there, I think all the pieces are here. We got the correct bracket, we got the top, the base, and then like the propane tank sits here. This sits on top of the propane tank, and then there's the glass, there's the top, there's the little sock things. So I'm pretty sure everything's here, and it usually goes for probably, in this condition, because I have the box and it is brand new, just open box, I'm probably gonna go ahead and probably do it for about $25 to $35 plus shipping. All depends. I'll have to take a look at that again. But this one right here, the Philips VCR, I love these. These are actually very light considering because this is plastic. And this one right here, it's not a bad one. It goes for about $30 plus shipping, and that is without the remote. With the remote, I think it's around 40 bucks. This is an interesting cooler. It's called Got Tote 12. And when I just saw it, it just looked like it was old school. It looked like an old school cooler. Had really no other information about it, to be honest. And this is the first time I've actually flipped it over. If that's a drain plug, that's actually really nice because usually they don't have drain plugs at this size. And it tells you the model right there, obviously made in the United States. And the sold comp's really good. I think that there is a sold comp for the same exact one for $29.99 for a cooler. That is insane. Picked it up for $5 all day long on that one. Then these right here, as I was saying, that some of Allen Edmonds, and as you can tell right there, it says Allen Edmonds, and on the inside it'll say Allen Edmonds. Then when you flip it over, it'll say Allen Edmonds, and then on the sole it usually says AE. So they definitely mark their shoes so you can tell exactly what it is. These are cap toe, and that just means like right here there's some stitching, and it looks like there's a cap on the toe. And these are the Clifton models, and you really have to comp out Allen Edmonds. Some of them can go for $100 in pre-owned condition, but and some can go for $15. I got some Allen Edmonds that sit around for a while. These I think will sell probably because they're in pretty good condition. I think that they're going to go ahead and sell for $30 to $45 plus shipping. Just clean them up with some of that Doc Martens Wonder Bomb with the leather cleaner. This thing's going to be looking as new as can be, and pretty good though, because I'll tell you what, when I was looking shoes for the wedding, finding good dress shoes like from a good company, I know why people buy them online used, because it's very hard to find good dress shoes for a reasonable price at like the mall or something. Number one, the mall doesn't have anything in it anymore, or at least around here. And two, like ones that you would not even think about picking up in the Goodwill for flipping for a profit, they're still $100 pair of shoes, like new. It's ridiculous. So these right here, brand new, probably cost like $200, $300. And if you can pick them up for 40 bucks in good condition, clean them up and then wear them, I mean, really good there. Then these are in pretty rough condition. I know that, and I've been watching how to clean. Actually, on camera, they don't look as rough as they are in real life. They got some marks on them and everything, but when I saw these, I was like, these have got to be worth some money. I know very little when it comes to Nike shoes, but I know the weirder the pattern when it comes to these, I think these are Air Maxes. When it comes to these Air Maxes or whatever, they tend to go for a lot more money. And I do know to check the bubble. That's about it. So all these bubbles are good. And these right here, there are 4 listed, 4 sold, and some are in pretty rough condition, and they all go over $100. So what I'm gonna do is spray some stuff on them, let them soak for a while, and then dry them, and then probably set them up, because these are in pretty rough condition. There's a little like mark right there, like a little hole. The bottoms are in really good condition other than that. So I'm gonna probably say $75 to $85 even in the rougher condition after I clean them, and that's really not bad because I picked them up for only $7. Then we have the good thing about buying so many VHSs the other day is I looked up so many VHS tapes. Now I knew that the Matrix with the holographic in the back, or I guess that's what you would call it, the collector's edition, didn't go for a ton of money, but it went for like 15 to 20 bucks regularly online. And so I found it, and I didn't actually have this one in the collection that I had, and I was like, that's not bad. Saw it, bought it. So, but that is definitely a perk when it comes to buying a whole bunch of one item, is now I have a very good knowledge of what VHS is. So if I ever got in that situation again where there was like 500 VHSs for sale, I would be very confident to cherry pick them and pick the ones I wanted. And before, where I had to buy the whole lot to learn, I don't have to do that quite again. So definitely a solid pickup on this, and probably an easy 15 bucks. So right there is everything I bought today to be a full-time eBay reseller, and this is what I do. I buy stuff, flip it online, and make YouTube videos about it. I really appreciate everybody that's been watching, and you know I will always catch you on the next one.